you would know exactly what characteristics or attributes are in your chart from the very beginning of birth. Once
Yeah.
again, as a novice astrologers, we know this, it's a snapshot picture taken from the birth you were born in terms of the hour and the minute, and that gives you your natal chart. That begins to give you the functionality of your natal chart. But
Yes.
and one of the things I think in terms of progression reading, we need to understand that we were sent here. We are soul beings, so that means we are spiritual beings, and we had to lower our frequency to enter a being. So when we say what is solar biology, it's me manifesting matter. It's me from a soul, from a being, manifesting this body. And so now, in this body, I must be able to download information to in terms of my kundalini and all my other glands, which are chakras. And this is how we get to coming to our charts. And each chart, not only your birthday month, but all of the other charts, you begin to read the aspects of the planets in each one of these houses as you go around. And you begin to now master in terms of the blueprint. What are you here for? Yes, you're going to have emotion and moon, but when you read your moon chart in terms of your progressive chart for your birth chart, it's going to show you how to handle your emotion in situations when you're around people in moon, and it's going to show you how best you're going to be capable to be your best self with this emotion. So whether that means tampering it down in a crowd full of people who are too excited, or does it mean be passionate right now because you're crying out for justice?
Right.
Like what young Pharaoh said, there's a righteous anger, and so you're going to need to be able to fit in all of these all of these factors in how did you get here. We're going to make that clear. I got here from being a being, and then I took on the physical matter. That is the process of solar biology. So now, why is that important? We need to get back to the sun, where we download information to our DNA. Because once again, our DNA and RNA is able to download this 8 hours of sun, along with using our charts, our moon, our sun, our Venus. And of course, as you go through Venus, you'd see different aspects that belong to you in this lifetime. You're not looking at it and saying, that's another person's chart. You're getting into your solar biology so you can download the information in all aspects of your symbols of your planet.
Because even though the planets have specific energies that they give off, depending on where your chart is, it'll affect you different. So you kind of got to know, like knowing your natal chart is the beginning of knowledge of self, because then you can, then that's an introduction to moon signs and in sun rotations, and like you can calculate, okay, during this time of the month I'm probably going to be angry or depressed or super happy, so this is the things that I need to do. Like, it's not magic, it's a science. It's not witchcraft, it's a science.
That's right. And some people may be afraid of the topic of well, what are we getting to here when we go deeper? What you're getting into is the ancestors have information that you could use to help you now. So there's a past life and there's a present life. So whatever you've mastered in your past life, you probably are going to be using it at the age of 6 years old. So that's why you have genius drawers at the age of 6, or genius artists who can do art and craft at the age of a very young age. It's because there's a past life effect that they brought to the present life. And that has to do with your solar biology and your charts. And so when we talk about your situation with the past life taking fold in the present, it has to do with the willpower. And when we talk about willpower, you get the willpower from your soul. And so without the soul, you won't have the willpower. And so that works in consummate with one another. And so you willfully choose balance instead of hot cold. And so hot cold meaning once I enter my chart and these planets enter my chart, there's going to be a certain retrograde or a certain planetary effect. The energies of the planets are very effective. And so the hot cold, I'm staying lukewarm as these planets enter my chart, because whether the retrograde or the polarity of the planets, or whether the difficulty of finishing or starting something as I go around these planets, it's teaching me in my natal chart how can I best prepare myself before I become sickly in any situation. Is preparing me how best to use my Virgo, how best to use my Capricorn, how best to use my Taurus as I go around in these houses each part of the year. And not only that, it prepares you to disarm any negativity before it reaches. So this is why the blueprint is here, so you can master what you're supposed to do here on Earth,
Right.
as opposed to finding out late after the fact that you lost your freedom and in a negative way. So this is why this is the preventative measure from the ancestor to help us not only achieve just our sun sign or our moon sign, but to achieve all aspects and our characteristics with every planet.